Today we're here with Scappoose High School senior Justice Oman. Justice is quite the sprinter on the track team. What are your thoughts about the way the season started off for you guys?
I think we've started off pretty well. Everyone's times are a lot faster than what they were compared to last season. So I think that we're going to see a lot faster time than what we were running last year, as in for the relays and everyone's individual events.
Yeah, the relays, you guys have won every one between the 4x1 and 4x4 except for the opening meet when I think there was an issue with a handoff or something.
Yeah.
How close do you guys think you're already getting to those records that I know are on your minds?
I think after the meet this weekend, we'll have a pretty good idea of who we want on either right now it's just a short relay. Our long relay, we've got it figured out. It's just a matter of conditioning ourselves into getting into those lower times.
Yeah, do you think there's much room to just strictly run faster? And then also, can you improve much on the handoffs, or have those been pretty good so far?
On the short relay, we need to work on our handoffs quite a bit, and especially the first and second leg, we've been kind of shaky there. And I mean, on the short relay, you have to really focus on detail, and every little thing counts on that. On the long relay, I think it's just a matter of us running faster. At the beginning of the 400, I feel like we need to get out of that first corner a lot faster because that's going to make up a lot of time.
Okay. And now talking about getting faster, how do you feel at this point in the season personally compared to where you were last year? Do you feel faster?
I feel a lot faster than what I was last year. I mean, last year I really had to push myself to get into the 49 split time. And then this year I'm still running pretty hard, but I'm not exhausting myself as much as I did last year to get in those low times.
Okay. Now, last year at the state meet, you were second in the 400. The guy that was ahead of you was a senior, so coming back, I know there's another guy right behind you who's a senior this year, but you kind of go in as the favorite. I think in 4A you have like the third best time right now.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that an individual state title for you is in the cards?
Yeah, it's been my goal this year. I've kind of walked into this year thinking that I was going to be on the top of the list for the best time of the 400, but obviously that's kind of changed, so I got to practice and get better at getting a faster time.
Is there anything specific in practice that you've been working on for 400 training?
Well, I mean, we've been running like long distance stuff to help our endurance. So I feel like I have a good enough endurance. I just need to work on getting out of the blocks because that's where I need to make up my time.
Okay. Now you also run the 200 and you have one of the top long jumps in the state this year.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like the 400 is pretty clear cut your top event, but which one of those do you like to do when it's your fourth event in addition to the relays?
Well, I've done long jump ever since I was in middle school, so that's what I'm most familiar with, and that's what kind of got me into track. So I like that one a lot more. I haven't run the 200 a whole lot, but I like the competition in it because there's a lot of kids that run a lot of fast times. That challenges me.
Do you have one you're hoping to do in the district meet?
As in a time?
Or no, I mean between those two events. I assume you're going to be doing the relays and the 400.
I haven't quite made a decision on which one I'd like to do yet. It kind of depends on where I would do at state to get us points, I guess.
Okay. Now you mentioned times. Do you have specific times in mind for the 400, 200, and then a distance in the long jump that you'd like to see yourself get to?
Yeah, I want to see myself get in the low 49s for the 400, and then in the 200 I'd like to get a low 22, and then long jump I want to get in the 22s.
Okay, so you're pretty close there the other day on
Mm-hmm.
I think it was me, what, 21:10.5 or so?
Yeah, and then I think I were like 5 or 6 inches away from the school record, but that's quite a big makeup.
Yeah, you guys set the school record in the 4x4 last year. Do you think you can improve on that pretty significantly this year?
Yeah, I mean, already we're running, 3 of us are running like 50 to 51 split times. I mean, I've ran 50 split every time, and I know that my other teammates, they're running, one of them's running 50 now, and then one of them's running 51, and then the starter, they run just a little bit longer, so he's been in like 53 to 52, which is pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have a ton of talent for sprints this year. How do you think you'll stack up against the rest of the league once it gets to the district meet?
I think sprinting wise, we're gonna do really good. Our field events, I mean, we're kind of struggling there, so that's where somebody might sneak up on us. And I know Seaside's pretty good this year with their points as a team.
Okay. Yeah, the whole Coapa League has kind of changed up a little bit this year. Like today you have a meet with 4 different teams.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like that? Does it make the league meets a little more competitive?
Yeah, I like it a lot better because last year and the year before, we just did dual meets, and then there it was just kind of like it was either a close meet or it wasn't at all. So it's kind of nice to have everyone there, and then it kind of balances everything out.
Does it throw you off at all? Like last week you didn't have a meet on a Wednesday, so you go Saturday to Saturday. Is that a problem at all, or is that pretty easy to make up for in practice?
It's actually pretty nice in practice because we're so used to Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday going pretty hard and then having 2 recovery days. So this week is kind of like a good recovery week because we're not working as hard because we have a meet on Wednesday and then Saturday for the varsity kids.
Yeah, going to Centennial, usually that's a meet that has some pretty stout competition. What are you going to do there?
Probably the relays and the Open 4.
Okay. Have you kind of looked at who else might be in the Open 4, or do you not pay attention to that kind of thing ahead of time?
I try not to pay attention to it because I don't want to psych myself out. I just run my own race.
It seems pretty easy to get caught up in that if you start looking around athletic.net.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I let my dad do that. He tells me about it.
You just kind of tell him to wait till afterwards to let you know?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that about does it. Good luck today, Justice.
Thank you.
You bet.